Easy people. Wow. Wow. This is just a quick reaction to the Chelsea game. Yesterday was a madness for me. I was stuck in London with half a tank of fuel. So after the game, I was on the motorway. I was going in every service station possible. They had no diesel. Anyway, luckily, thank God, I found a petrol station with some diesel and I'm home. But let's start about the game. Wow, what a game. I said on all the shows this week that I thought Manchester City could get something. I didn't think we'd win. I thought we'd get a point. But then as the team news was breaking and as we've seen pictures of like Rodri and Laporte and everybody travelling with the team, I thought, you know what? This could be a little bit of mind games from Pep here. Rodri could be fit. Laporte could be fit. Stones could be fit. Turns out they was all fit. Anyway, gets to the ground. The buzz around the ground yesterday was fantastic. Loads of Man City supporters everywhere in all the pubs. A couple of Chelsea fans I spoke to were a little bit anxious, thinking, you know, it's going to be the toughest game they've had this season. They've started well, but they're expecting a reaction from Pep. I was pretty similar, you know what I mean? Going to the ground, I got that vibe. And I got the feeling the City fans were confident. The team was announced. Rodri was in there. Laporte was in there. Foden, De Bruyne. So, yeah, just before kickoff, started to get a little bit of a buzz. Do you know what I mean? A little bit of a buzz. Anyway, and then the game started. And what a game. Manchester City yesterday were unbelievable. Pep, big up Pep for the team selection. But the players on the pitch were fantastic. I thought they worked so hard. I thought Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Grealish, Cancelo, Diaz, Jesus, they all just worked so hard. They were pressing like mad. Every time we lost the ball, we had the ball back within 3 or 4 seconds. First half, Chelsea couldn't get out of their own half. We was on them. They were rattled. They didn't really know what to do. First special mention I'm going to say is Rodri. Rodri yesterday was unbelievable. Kante couldn't get a foot in the game. Rodri was on him all the time. Every time Chelsea got the ball in midfield, he was snapping at heels. He was winning it back. He was big. He was physical. And one thing I've noticed with Rodri as well now, when he first come to City, he was a little bit side to side, backwards. Every time he got the ball, he was looking for the easy pass. Yesterday, every time he got that ball, he was on the front foot. He was pushing the midfield, driving us forward. You know what I mean? And he was looking for that forward pass. He was looking for them little balls into Foden, you know, into De Bruyne. And I just thought he had a great game, Rodri, yesterday. And I thought, you know, there was a couple of City fans thinking, is Rodri the man to replace Fernandinho? And I think he is. I think he's growing into it. If we were seeing the same Rodri all the time and he wasn't really offering us much, then maybe people could have a case for that argument. But he's improving all the time. He's a young guy. Maybe the pace of the Premier League took him by surprise, but I think he's growing into it. Like, you know, unbelievable. He's turning into one of the best DMs about, you know what I mean? And we miss him. But yesterday, with that midfield with Kante, they thought they were going to boss it. I mean, Kante bossed the Champions League final. We had no DM. Look at us in there yesterday with a DM. We bullied them. We bullied them. They couldn't live with the pace we dictated. We started that game so fast, they didn't know what to do. Ruben Diaz and Laporte were straight on Lukaku. If it was in the air or along the ground, they were right up the back of him. It wasn't giving him time to turn. Usually they're getting in and around the back with Werner. It happened once. Do you know what I mean? But we was on it. You know, we were wary of that threat. We were closing them down. We were tight on them up the pitch. And first half, we could have gone in 2-0 up. You know what I mean? And first half performance, I was over the moon with it. The City fans at half-time was like, right, we've got these here now. We need to make this count. Because the amount of times you see with City where we dominate the play and we don't score, and then we get caught on a counter-attack, it's frustrating. So a few fans at half-time were saying, Steve, what do you reckon? You know, is it going to be one of them days where we batter them and we get caught? Or I was like, well, calm down, you know. I expected a reaction for Tuchel at half-time. Chelsea did come out a little bit better. But, nah, it was a controlled performance from Pep. It was a controlled performance. Another special mention as well, João Cancelo and Grealish down that side. They're playing really well together. Really well together. I think Cancelo is trusting Jack to help out. And Grealish, to his credit, he's up and down that line. He's dropping deep. He's chasing back. He's closing down the angles. And Jack Grealish is having a great time at Man City at the minute. He's playing really well. We're winning games. There's no pressure on him. The signing Ronaldo over the road, that's overshadowed everything with Grealish. So the £100 million thing and all that, forget it. No one's bothered anymore. They're all about Ronaldo, United and all that. So leave them to do that. Jack Grealish is doing his thing in Manchester. He's doing his thing. He's getting in the team. It's a big culture shock from what he was used to at Villa. You know what I mean? He's getting a lot of the ball. He's getting a lot of one-on-ones with the full-backs. He's creating chances, you know, and he scored a couple of goals. So Jack Grealish, you know, yesterday for me, I thought he put a real good shift in. I thought he was really good. Another special mention, Phil Foden. Phil Foden there in a false 9. He was absolutely knackered, Phil. 10 minutes to go, Phil Foden could barely walk. He was absolutely knackered. He'd closed the angles down. You know, he should have had a goal when he went one-on-one. He tried to round Mendy, and Mendy got a fingertips to it, fair play. But Phil Foden coming back from injury from the Euros and that, you know, that team that we had out yesterday, for me, is probably our best team. And it showed, you know what I mean? We had quality all across the park. Bernardo Silva, Bernardo Silva in the middle, runs his socks off. I'd like to see the stats on Bernardo yesterday because that kid did not stop running. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is with Chelsea, they're a fantastic team. They're a really good side. But we put it on them in their backyard and they didn't have any answer for it. You know, Tuchel made a couple of tweaks here and there. He brought on Kai Havertz. Obviously, Silva came on because Reece James was injured. But we coped for everything that they threw at us and more, you know what I mean? On another day, Jesus scores that shot that Silva saves off the line. Grealish had one that just tipped the bottom of the post. Foden with a one-on-one. Could have been like 4-1, 4-2, 5-1. You know what I mean? That's how good City was yesterday. And the work rate as well of Jesus, Gabriel Jesus, you know, he doesn't get a lot of credit off rival fans because they're classing him as a goal scorer. But he's not a goal scorer. He's a workhorse. He's a machine. You can play him out wide. You can play him on the 9. You could play Gabriel Jesus wherever you want and he'll put a shift in. The kid's got bundles of energy. He's physical. He's rattling fullbacks. He's chasing endless balls. Gabriel Jesus for us is an important player. That's why Pep won't entertain these bids from Juventus and that in the summer because he knows what he's about. Look, he came into Manchester City from Brazil and he just took to it like a duck to water. You know what I mean? And over the last few years, he's been important. And then yesterday, he comes up with a goal. You know what I mean? Cancelo with a shot, ricochets around the box. Jesus takes a touch, spins, bang, goal, deflection goal. But that's a poacher's goal for him. You know what I mean? It's a great goal. We do miss a striker, but look, we're getting the job done. We've just gone to Chelsea and won 1-0. I've got to say a special mention as well to Emery Laporte coming back in. I think with Ake in there, we're a bit suspect. I think Ake would rather panic and pass the ball back to Ederson, whereas Laporte, he's bringing it out from the back and he's always looking for that outlet, whether he's pinging it to Rodri in the middle or he's getting a bit further up the field and he's getting it into feet, Grealish, whatever. I think we look a lot more steady with Diaz and Laporte at the back. Cancelo at left back, Walker at right back. I think that's our best four. But Laporte coming back from injury yesterday was solid, class. Lukaku spun him once and he brought it down on the edge of the box. But other than that, Lukaku was kept quiet. Diaz and Laporte were talking. Diaz threw himself in a block from Kovacevic. And that was unbelievable because I think it was fine in the bottom corner, but Diaz flew into that, blocked it. And Ruben Diaz yesterday as captain was driving the team forward. You know, when you're there and you can hear him on corners and that, and he was setting everybody up. And the guy's a winner, man. The guy's a winner. Ruben Diaz is a winner. He should be captain for me all the time. He's a winner. He just wants it. You can see at the end of the game, he's over to the away fans. He's giving it all that. You know what I mean? That's what you want to see as a football fan. You're a Man City fan. you want to see your players with a bit of bollocks about them, innit? And a bit of gut and a bit of like Manchester pride, and come to the away end, take your shirt off, give it to fans. You know, we're having it. We're there in numbers. 12:30 kickoff. There's a diesel strike on. We're selling that away end out. We're bouncing in the away end. The Chelsea fans are telling me that was one of the best away supports we've ever seen. It was fantastic. Every Manchester City fan that was there yesterday did their job. My voice yesterday night was gone. The people on the way out, gone. You know what I mean? We just got behind the boys. We took it on the chin in Porto. Chelsea were the better team. They beat us fair and square. But we were the better team yesterday. We came to your ground. You're the media darlings. You're going to win the league and all that. And we put a performance in and we outclass you all over the pitch. Pep Guardiola outclassed Tuchel all over that pitch. Anything Tuchel tweet, we tweet at the end of the day. But you won't hear that. Pep Guardiola told you he's not a flash in the pan. Some of these managers come in this league and they have a good run, yeah? Pep Guardiola's been doing this for years now. Do you know what I mean? He's been doing it for years. We're no striker. But we don't look too bad now in the league. We're keeping tabs on the so-called runaways. Liverpool dropped points yesterday. The other mob across the road are in turmoil. Saeed's got the balaclava on in his bedroom. He's depressed, that lad. We've had to book him in for therapy at Monday. You know what I mean? He was last seen walking up Rushall with zebra pants on and a doner kebab. So, you know what I mean? We had to get someone to section him because he's lost the plot, man. 1 minute you're Viva Ronaldo and the world looks great. The next minute you're getting done off Aston Villa, West Ham and Young Boys. You know what I mean? Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? You know what I mean? People taking the piss out of us for drawing with Southampton. We've just gone and done Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But big up all the Man City fans that have been supporting me on these little videos. I'm sorry I couldn't get the reaction straight away, but I was worried about getting home because everyone's panic buying diesel. It's driving me nuts. But I got home late last night. I was exhausted. I watched the game again. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. What else was I going to touch on? I was going to touch on the Paris Saint-Germain game coming up because it's a tough week. We've got Paris Tuesday, Liverpool next week. You know what I mean? If we can play like we did yesterday at Chelsea, we can beat anyone. You know what I mean? I've got a feeling it's going to change it a little bit for Paris because some of them players will be tired. If he changes it for Paris, then I think we'll go back to the same team for Liverpool at Anfield. Now, Anfield's not a good hunting ground for us. It was last year. But over the years, we've struggled a little bit. But that results filled me with confidence now. You know, I talk about it a lot on the Big Six, about the rhythm and what Man City need to click into this gear and go on a run. And that performance yesterday could be the one that signals our run. If we can come out of this week getting something in Paris and something in Anfield and a win at Chelsea, what a week. You know what I mean? What a week. So, yeah, listen, overall, fantastic. There was not one player on that team yesterday that I can criticise. They all worked hard. Do you know what I mean? Kyle Walker, Laporte, Diaz, Ederson, Cancelo, Rodri, Foden, Bernardo, De Bruyne, you know what I mean? Jesus, Grealish, all absolute quality. All put a shift in and got a great result at Stamford Bridge. So the Man City fans this weekend will be happier than we was against Southampton because obviously it was frustrating. But look, we've bounced back. We've bounced back and won a game that people said we couldn't win, but we did. And I enjoyed myself yesterday. The away end, like I say, I touched on it before, was fantastic. I think the away support at Man City at the minute is getting better. I think it's growing. And I think with Pep's comments about the away fans, about the fans at the Etihad, I think it rattled a few loyal fans up as if to say, hold on a minute, Pep, don't question us. I don't think it was meant to say what he said, but he said it. And in one way, he's probably right with 2 or 3 people who don't turn up. You know what I mean? But the away support, top quality. The players knew we had a firm there backing them, and they put in the performance. Against Southampton, we were backing them off the pitch. They didn't turn up. But yesterday, brilliant. So look, I'm not going to waffle on anymore. That was my match reaction. A fantastic day in London ended in a 1-0 victory for Manchester City. We dust ourselves off and we go again on Tuesday in Paris. I'm going to be on the Don Robbie watch-along. It was impossible for me to get to Paris. My friends didn't have the double jab and they were dropping out and it was just too many tests. And, you know, we've sold our allocation out. So big up all the Blues who are going to Paris. I'm going to the Don Robbie watch-along. I'm going to watch it with Stuart, the Paris Saint-Germain fan. So tune into that on Tuesday. And look out this week. You'll get some reaction to Paris preview. And then it's all weekend for Liverpool. So big up everyone who's supporting me on these things. I say it every week, but it means a lot. Thanks for all the positive comments. If you leave negative comments, you're just going to get blocked because we're not doing that on here. We've just done a little video that was released this morning with Saeed about Man United being a noisy neighbours and stuff like that. Watch that video. It's a great little video. It's me and Saeed just relaxing, chilling, talking about Man City, where we were from, where Saeed grew up and all that. It's a great video. You've got 50 minutes of your time. Bang it on. Let me know what you think. Everybody else, have a great weekend. I'm going to watch the North London derby today. And I'm going to chill out and get ready for Paris. So big up everyone. Man City, winners again at Stamford Bridge. Come on the Blues. Come on.